What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Not Tuah podcast. I'm your host, and it is currently 10:32 a.m., the 30th of November, 2024. This is episode number 8, right? Yes, yeah, episode number 8. I'm chilling. I woke up like 20 minutes ago. It's a Saturday. Saturdays are for the boys. In this case, my boys are my fucking microphone. So, for those curious, I use a Maono brand microphone. That's Maono, Maono. And then that's just like plugged straight into my computer. I don't have a audio interface or anything. Just hardwire plugged into my computer. Which does make it a bit hard to record desktop audio and microphone audio at the same time. I need to use a separate program on my computer to do that. Which I guess that's kind of like a audio interface. But I don't have a hardware one, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. It's episode 8 of the Not Tuah podcast, as mentioned earlier. What have I been doing this week? Let's see. Okay. So in my college, there's a fellowship program for the 3rd and 4th year students. Now, I'm not entirely sure what a fellowship is, actually. Let me look that up. Fellowship. No, fellowship. Thank you. Okay, here we go. A fellowship is a position in a learned society or professional association. That's it? Okay, well, it's a position in a learned society, so that's cool, I guess. Anyways, there was a position in a fellowship thing in my college, and they held their exam to join. They held it on Wednesday. In fact, I should probably look up the specific fellowship that I applied to. Maybe that'll give me more results. Okay. Next week. Oh. Okay. No more. Here we go. Sorry for being incredibly silent here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I should probably just cut this whole segment out while I'm reading this fucking website. Okay, so they're gonna teach me to code, which I already know how to do that. You will learn programming constructs with instruction flows, programming with Python, object-oriented programming concepts, and fundamentals of computer science. Which, again, I already know that. Okay, but that's like step 1. Step 2, master full stack development. You will learn static and responsive web design, which I don't know how to do responsive web design. It sounds like it's pretty easy, I just don't know how to do it. Dynamic web application, definitely don't know that. All my web pages have been static AF. Intermediate JavaScript, okay. React.js, backend development with Node and Express. Okay. I don't I don't know like JavaScript. I don't know backend stuff. I don't know dynamic web applications. That seems useful. 40 weeks? 40 weeks. Learn to code 30 weeks. Full stack development 40 weeks. Build your developer profile like a pro. What does that even mean? Develop a professional GitHub profile, data structures and algorithms, program solving paradigms, competitive programming, essentials of Git and command line open source development. Okay, I guess. 40 weeks though. I'll be honest, I did not look too much into this fellowship before I joined. So, maybe I should have. Maybe I should have. Develop industry grade projects 20 weeks. Okay. My own cryptocurrency. Wow. Tuah coin coming soon. Get IRC 4.0. What's that? Get IRC 4.0. Get supported till you achieve a 24 lakh per annum job. For those unaware, that's 2.4 mil rupees per month. 24, 110, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. Yeah, 2.4 million rupees per year. Wait, let me convert that into the global currency, USD. A 28k job. I mean, you know what? 24 lakhs does go a long way in India. You gotta keep that in mind. There's an absolutely abysmal salary in the States. But in India, it's pretty good. Especially for like an entry level job. God damn. Okay, that's the genius part. What's the smart part? Smart is like the same, but only a 12 lakh job. And they don't let you specialize in 4.0 technology, whatever that is. Oh, I didn't even click on it. Maybe that's why. Specialize in a 4.0 technology. You learn one of these specializations, AIML or data science. Well, like, I'm already studying AIML, as mentioned in the last episode. View curriculum. I gotta give them my fucking phone number, bro. I don't wanna. Are top-notch teams involved in helping you learn programming, not just coding. From Stanford University, that's pretty good. Google. Okay. IIT Bombay. Sure. Amazon Delhi. Amazon and IIT Delhi. Okay. Microsoft. Okay. Trainers are alumni of IITs and top MNCs. Okay, so here's the thing. MNCs, I've noticed, it's really just a India-specific term. I don't think I've ever heard the term MNC used outside of India. I guess people would call it like the Fortune 500 equivalent. Although there are some MNCs, presumably, that are not in the Fortune 500. MNCs just stand for multinational companies. It's just companies that were not founded in India, but they have like branches in India. So the fucking McDonald's is an MNC, but when you say MNC, people tend to think of your Googles, your Amazon, your mangas. That's an industry-specific term, manga. Meta, Apple, Netflix, Google, Amazon. Top 5 tech companies to get a job at. Game like Counter-Strike. Hello. These are the projects that we can make. Make a game like Counter-Strike. IPL dashboard app. IPL Indian Premier League. That's like our Super Bowl, but for cricket. Face recognition with AIML. Okay. Board game bots. Okay. Unemployment trend due to COVID. Alright. Smart door light. Cyber warrior. What the fuck does that mean? Banned with up to 5 peers to attack and compromise targets of different difficulty levels? You're just fucking DDoSing people? That's crazy. An e-commerce app, and a movie recommendation system. Okay, now my question is, how long is this gonna take? It's okay. Let me pull this up. Let me calculate the weeks here. Assuming I get into the Genius program, that's it. That is. I don't think a bit of spoiler there. I got into the fellowship program, guys. Can I get a W in the chat? I got into the program. I wrote the exam. The exam is a whole other story. I want to get into that real quick. But I did get into the program. So, okay. So, 30 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 20. 170 weeks. Divide that by 52 weeks in a year. 3 years. Almost like 3.25. Which, if I'm starting now in my third year, 1, I'll be in my fourth year. 2, I'll end my fourth year. So I'm supposed to spend another year with these guys? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't want to be here in 3.25 years. I'll be straight up with you. I don't want to be here in 3 years. Here being India. I want to graduate. I'm going to graduate in March. I'm pulling months out of my ass. I actually don't know what month I'm going to graduate. Let's see. Probably October. Yeah, okay. I'm going to graduate in October. And I want to get the fuck out of India in November. Kavish. Okay. I'm walking here. Forget about it. I can't do the accent. Forget about it. Okay. No, but is that I did spend like so long looking at that website, but that might not actually be the program I'm in. Let me pull up this email. Maybe they Elite Next Wave NSDC. Okay, well there wasn't anything that said Elite on there. Next Wave NSD. Okay, that's NSDC. This was CCBP. I don't know what CCBP is. Wait, no, do I have to go to their office? Their office is in the financial district. That's like the worst fucking location it could be in. Okay, so it's a bit hard to describe in audio, but like Hyderabad, the city that I live in, it's shaped a bit like a dog. Like imagine a dog looking to the west, right? So you have the snout that kind of pokes out to the west, and then you have the neck in the south, and it rounds out by the east to the north. So it kind of looks like that. The financial district is like on the nose of the dog. My college is in the neck of the dog, and I live like near the ears of the dog. So that's like I have to cross the entire city, bro. I better not have to go to their office. Okay, let me Google this. Next Wave NSDC Fellowship Program. Okay, that's a different one. What will you get? Fellows get everything needed to reach the top at once, or at one place. Customized study plans. Okay, that's good. Because I already do know programming. So maybe I can skip that. Certification on every level. I'll be real, chat. everyone is fucking offering me certificate. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, I don't think your certificate is going to be worth much, really. But, a certificate is a certificate, I guess. Mentorship by IITN. Dude, fucking people who graduate from an IIT, my god, the dick riding is insane. Exclusive off campus placement. 3 steps to become: apply for a fellowship, clear the test, finalize your enrollment. Now, I got the email that I got selected, but um, I didn't, I didn't have to do an interview. Uh, Submit the required documents and get ready for the orientation project. A forex exchange bot, IPL victory estimator, ChatGPT on the forex bot. Okay, whatever. Stock trend analyzer, GPT based smart assistant. Okay. An algo visualizer. These are the tools that they have. Advanced debugging. Or maybe they're going to teach you how to use them. Space and time complexity analysis. NextSmock AI. Peer programming. Multi-language support. Okay. I mean, I prefer Python. But like, I know it's not the best of the best. I would like to learn like a C++. No, not C. Fuck C. Fuck C. All my homies hate the C programming language. And I understand that it's a classic and the world of computer science would not be where it is without it. But also, fuck the C programming language. But yeah, maybe like a C++, maybe a C sharp. Java. I know Java, but like, I don't know Java, if that makes sense. Fellows get comprehensive support to dream beyond boundaries. Crack exams. I hate the word crack. Alright, people always say crack. Oh, I cracked UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. That's the job you apply, that's the test you take to apply for a government job. I cracked the Amazon interview. I cracked the JE, Joint Entrance Examination. That's the college entrance examination here. I don't know. I don't like the word crack. Alright, negative connotations. Maybe I watched too much Breaking Bad, even though they did meth in that show, not crack. But a drug is a drug. Hashtag say no to drugs. Remember, guys, share this episode with any of the children in your family. We gotta get them, off the streets, off the drugs, as soon as possible. Not to say drugs are only done on the streets. Fucking, you got the rich kids doing cocaine, which, I'm digging myself into a hole here. But don't do drugs, okay? Drugs bad. No. Okay, get expert guidance for your master's degree. I do want a master's degree. I maybe even potentially want a PhD. Well, I know I want a PhD, but I don't know if I'm gonna go for a PhD. Not yet, anyways. Professional support to prepare statements of purpose and letters of recommendation. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, just a bunch of people who I don't fucking know who they are. How do you think you end up in this situation? Where you're the fucking, let's see, you're a staff software engineer at Google, and yet you're here teaching college students how to program. How do you get to that position? Fellows get certified again with the fucking certificates. Okay. Vineet Singler placed at Goldman Sachs. That is a pretty good gig. from what I've heard, getting into Goldman Sachs, getting into a quant field, I've heard that's a pretty good gig. Your seniors want to say something, hear them out. Bite-sized training and mentorship help you learn advanced skills. It should be introduced to students of all ages. It's a great learning experience. I love the way in which difficult concepts are explained in such a simple manner. With next wave, my civil engineering background. Oh, boo. Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. You studied civil engineering. What are you doing as a software engineer at Bosch? What the fuck does Bosch even do? Hang on, let me look that up. Bosch. Okay, don't fucking tell me what they do. I'm not looking into the website. Yeah, man. If you studied civil engineering, don't fucking apply for a computer science job. You know. Making history with our prestigious awards. I don't care, bro. Let the headlines still have questions. Who is eligible? No specific conditions except for the test and interview. What is the selection process? Applying, test, interview, finalize the document. Can this fellowship help me secure international opportunity? That's what I want to know, bro. Absolutely. Thank God. I'm not going to read further into that. But thank God. Okay. Alright. Anyway, yeah. So that's my fellowship. Now let me tell you about the fucking exam. Alright, the exam was conducted at my college, which, okay, they told me we were gonna have Wi-Fi. Alright, we're gonna have Wi-Fi for you. Just bring your laptop, because it's an online test. Just bring your laptop. We'll provide the Wi-Fi. GG easy, you know. So I brought my laptop. The fucking Wi-Fi did not work. Straight up, it didn't. So they were like, oh, well, tough luck. Use your hotspot. And I'm like, but you said you'd have Wi-Fi. Tough luck, use your hotspot. So I pulled out my hotspot. My phone was at like 50% battery. But I pulled out my hotspot, I connected it, I started doing the test. But there's no fucking signal in the room that they put us in. So my test, it kept getting like disconnected. And I had to wait 10-20 seconds between questions while it loaded the next one because there was no signal. My fucking mobile data went on to E, not 4G, it went to E. I didn't even know E was a thing. Should I look that up? I feel like this episode is going to be incredibly long, but I'm going to look that up. Okay, mobile data E signal. An E on your cell phone signal indicator typically stands for edge, which is a slower data connection standard compared to 3G or 4G. It was fucking slower than 3G, bro. That's messed up. Oh, EDGE stands for Enhanced Data Rate for GSM Evolution. Okay, so the speed of E, 217.6 kilobits per second. That's the maximum theoretical speed. 217 kbps. Whereas 4G, 1 gigabit per second. So, that's fun. Okay, anyways. So they were like, yeah, use your hotspot, tough luck. I connected my hotspot, my phone was on 50%. Nothing fucking loaded because I was on 200 kilobits per second. And then, okay, so there's like 30 logical reasoning questions. and 6 programming questions. And I got through the logical reasoning section, fine. It took a while, but I got through it within the time limit. And then it came to the programming section. Now, this is one of those lockdown browsers. You can't like switch tabs, no, you can't move to a different window. So that's another thing. I had to download fucking Google Chrome. Because I had Firefox on my laptop, but the test doesn't support Firefox. So I had to download Google Chrome. What was I? Right. So it was a lockdown browser. You couldn't switch out, you couldn't switch tabs or anything. So I wanted to write the programs in VS Code because I could like run them there directly. But no, I had to stick within the browser. So I had to write the code in their like little online code editor, and then I had to click run, and it ran the program in the cloud or whatever. And remember, 200 kilobits per second. Half the time I couldn't even run my program to see if it was working. I just had to write down the code and I had to pray to God that my logic was sound. But all this time, remember, my phone was at 50%, and I didn't bring a charger with me because I was like, I won't need to rely on my phone more than usual today, and usually I don't bring a charger with me, so why would I bring a charger today? I know, fucking stupid. I should have brought a charger with me. So yeah, I was like, I didn't bring my charger, so my phone was steadily running out of battery. In the programming section, there were 6 questions, and I only managed to finish 2 before I had to abandon the test to ensure I have enough phone battery to get back home. I think I abandoned it with like 4% left on my battery. So I submitted it with 2 out of the 6 questions done. I like gave up hope. I was like, no one's gonna fucking hire me after I completed 2 of their questions out of 6. That's like 30%. So yeah, I abandoned the test. I submitted whatever I'd done, and I booked an Uber and I went back home. And I was like, okay, my phone is definitely not going to survive until the end of the Uber ride. So I paid the guy up front. He came up to me and I was like, hey man, my phone is about to die. I'm going to pay you right now. So that, you can then drop me off. Okay, right, for those uninitiated, we do our payments through our phone. It's like Cash App, again, but like everyone has it and everyone accepts it. I don't know. Is Cash App accepted everywhere in the US? I'm assuming. Maybe not. I'm assuming you guys still use credit card for everything. One bottle of water. There it is, I'm British again. One bottle of water and you pay with a credit card. That's what I imagine life is like. Anyway, so I paid the guy. Literal seconds after I paid him. Seconds after the confirmation window came up. Phone died. So I guess I made the right call. I could not have pushed that exam any longer. Otherwise I would have been stranded. I would have been stranded in the dog's neck with no way to get up to the dog's ear. Alright? So, yeah, that's that. And I was super bummed the whole day. Because I thought, no one's gonna accept my application because I did 30% of the questions. So I was like wallowing in self-pity that day and the day after. I didn't want to go to college the day after. But I went, and all my fucking professors, they were like, so, how was your fellowship exam? Did it go good? Did it go well? Are you gonna get the position? And I was like, girl, please stop talking about it. Please. But they didn't. Everyone asked me about it. And I was walking back home. This time I was walking to the metro station. So normally I use the metro station, but I knew that my phone wouldn't survive long enough to pay at the metro station. So I had to book an Uber right from my college. So anyways, I was walking to the metro station. I looked like Charlie Brown when he's like walking and he's kicking the rock. Let's see. Am I thinking of the right character? Charlie Brown kicking rock. Why is the first thing a fucking Google AI result? Oh no, it's Snoopy. It's Snoopy. Snoopy kicking rock, sad walk. Yeah. Oh no, it is Charlie Brown. I guess they all do that. Anyway, yeah, I was walking around looking like Charlie Brown, and then I got a little notification on my phone. It said, "The results are out. Check your email to know if you got in." And I was like, I don't want to check my email, bro. I don't want to. So I didn't. That happened at like 1 p.m. At 6 p.m., I got another message like, "Hey guys, make sure to check your email because if you don't reply to that email by the end of today, we're gonna revoke your fucking application." So I was like, okay, it's time to face the music. Let me check my email and be crushed by the disappointment. And I fucking got in, bro. I fucking got in. Dear student, we are delighted to extend our congratulations on your selection for the Next Wave NSDC Fellowship Program. This letter officially confirms your status as a fellow in the program, reflecting your exceptional skills and potential to achieve remarkable success in the tech industry. Fuck yeah. That doesn't like change my original point. The exam was fucking deplorably handled. Because you can't have it both ways, right? You can't, if you're going to insist that students use their own equipment, you gotta let them do that in a place where they're sure everything works. Like my house, I'm pretty sure the Wi-Fi works in my house. But then if you insist they come to a specific location at a specific time, you gotta provide the equipment. At the very least, a Wi-Fi connection. At best, a whole fucking computer that you own and that you set up and oriented for this test. You know. All right, fucking 32 minutes on this fellowship thing. I haven't even gotten to any of my topics that I wrote down on my topic list. Then off the dome. This will just be a whole fucking episode on itself. But all right, let's get into these topics. I got 5 this week. All right, number 1. So in the last episode, I did a little mini review of GNX by Kendrick Lamar, the new album. And I was like, I don't remember what this song sounds like. I don't remember what that song sounds like. But it's still a pretty good album. And I got complaints. I got comments afterwards that were like, how can it be a good album if you don't remember what the song doesn't sound like? Bitch. The album came out like less than 24 hours ago. I listened to it twice. But I can recognize potential. That's one thing about me. I can recognize potential. Alright? And guess what, bitch? I still like GNX. I still consider it my album of the year. So, fuck you. And I remember what the song sounds like now. Name a song, I can probably tell you what it sounds like. In fact, let me pull up Spotify real quick. Alright, number 1, Whacked Out News. Dong, da-dong, da-dong, dong, da-dong, da-dong. Squabble Up. God knows. Reincarnated, how it's talking and life goes on. I need all my baby. Bah, bah. Walk, baby. Luther. If this world were mine. Hey, Roman numeral 7, bed, drop it like it's hot. Man at the Garden. Dong, 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 dong. I'm sure I proved my point. But yeah, I remember what the song sound like, and GNX is my album of the year. Okay? So get off my ass about it. Okay? Okay. Alright. Next topic here. I was watching a YouTube tutorial the other day, and I noticed that YouTube tutorials nowadays don't tell you to download WinRAR. That's, in Windows 10 you can now nip up and extract zip files. Just like straight up in the file explorer. You don't need WinRAR anymore for like zip and RAR files, I'm pretty sure. ISO files you're gonna need WinRAR still. No, actually ISO files you never needed WinRAR. 7C files, probably 7-zip. But the point is, the YouTube tutorials don't tell you to download WinRAR anymore. And that's a pretty big loss for the culture. You know? But shout out WinRAR. If I ever do get that 24 lakhs per annum job, first thing I'm doing is buying a copy of WinRAR. Shout out WinRAR. Download WinRAR. Okay? Yeah. Alright. I'm fucking zooming through these topics, maybe because I think I spent too much time yapping about the fellowship. Maybe I'm wasting some of these topics here. Okay, the third topic is a bit of an interesting one. Do I restrict myself to have things to talk about on the podcast? Because, like with the YouTube tutorials thing, so I'm a very talkative person, if you couldn't fucking tell. Very talkative person, and I'm on a Discord server with a bunch of friends, as you usually are. That's what Discord servers are for. And I wanted to talk about the YouTube tutorials thing on that Discord server. But then I was like, maybe I shouldn't, because that's a good topic for the podcast. And so I didn't talk about YouTube tutorials on that server, even though I wanted to. But I was like, no, I should save this topic for a podcast episode. Which, I'm getting content pilled, bro. I'm getting content pilled. Content comes first now in my life. Which, you hate to see it. You hate to see it happening to you. Not good. No bueno. No bueno, not good. But I still think I carry out a good chunk of conversations in my friend group. It's just that I don't broadcast every thought that I have now, which I used to do in the past. So I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's not. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to think about that a little bit. Okay, the next topic. This is something that I thought I could do as a segment in future episodes. So I'm a big fan of the daily word games. If you couldn't tell, my first episode was about my Wordle streak. I'm a big fan of the New York Times daily word games. I'm talking your Wordles, your connection, your strands, and your mini crosswords. So I thought a fun segment would be me doing those word games live on the podcast. So here we go. This is Wordle number 1260, November 30th, 2024. So if you haven't done that one, maybe pause the video. All the word games will be for November 30th, 2024. So if you haven't done them, maybe pause the podcast, go do them. Okay? Alright. So I've seen that one 3 blue 1 brown video. Was it 3 blue 1 brown or was it Veritasium? One of the smart people channels, and I know. Okay, so first they said the optimal starter was Crane, and I know they went back on that. They were like, "Oh, I was wrong. This is actually the best starter," but I still use Crane. So that's my starter. That's Crane, Crane. Okay, we got a yellow A. It's not looking good. Yellow A. Let's go with pasty. Pasty. I should have probably gone for another vowel actually. Fuck it. Y is kind of a vowel. Nope. Okay, yellow A again. So an A. I feel like the A has to be in the back half of the word. Maybe it ends with an AL. IAL. What 5-letter words end in IAL? You guile, bile, vile. Wait, no. Hmm. Vile. I can only think of vile, but a veil. Hang on. I know it puts the A in the third position, and we already know that that's not there. But maybe it gives me a green A on the start, and that disproves my theory. It gives me another vowel at least. No, okay, fuck. Yellow A on the first one. So okay, so yeah, yellow. So A does have to be in the back half of the word. I'm down three of my guesses, and all I know is that A in the fourth or fifth letter. That's it. That's all I know. It's not looking good, chat. Okay, let's go with. There's no. There's no I, which is kind of what I was banking on. I thought I would be the vowel, secondary vowel. So maybe it's an O. X X X A, maybe X X O A X. Hmm. Uh. Shit. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's X O X A X. Mobile. Bo. Whoa. Hmm. Gol. Goda. Gofa. Goka. Boha? Boha's the thing, right? Boha Boha? Or is it Bora Bora? I think of Bora Bora, aren't I? Mao. Oh, there's a U as well. I forgot about U. MOU. Gouda! Is it like the cheese? Gouda? Hang on. Insane move if it is. It's not in the word list. God damn it. That would have fit with everything that I had though. Fuda. Is that in the word list? No. Mm-hmm. XOUXA. What words work with that? Uka. Uwa. I'm brute forcing it now. Uwa. No. Uwa. No. Uda. U. 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 Uwa. Ufa. Uga. Uha. Uja. Ouija? No, the I is. Is that even a recognized word? Hang on. It is. Oh, there's an O and the A is the last word, last letter. So that's something, I guess. But so O is the only other vowel in there. Go. Wo ha. Nope. BHBHOXA. Is that anything? Short. No. Bo. Show. Do. Go. You know what? I'm gonna abandon this because they're not an entertaining segment of the podcast. So I was mistaken. I'm not gonna do the daily board games now. It's not very entertaining. Maybe the crossword could work. Cause I usually finish the crossword in under a minute. All right. Bro and sis example of a sibling range that divides Europe into wet northern and dry southern. The the mountains. What are they called? The Alps. The Alps. Beef and lamb, but not chicken or turkey. Red meat. Say by way of. Okay. It's a gift. Old-fashioned way to attach documents. Staple? Das Kapital. Oder Tube Talk Lag. Trap? Radio streaming network since 2008. iHeart. Do first thing in the morning. Bedhead? Uh, Sam the Ego. Level video game segments. Common Sense writer Thomas Paine. I've seen Hamilton. I've seen Hamilton. Cause I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm something or insane. Fantasy sports fodder. I don't know what the fuck that means. Place for a body scrub, a spa. Okay. That wasn't very entertaining at all. That wasn't very entertaining at all. I'm not gonna do the daily word game from now on. Maybe I'll just edit this entire segment out. I don't know. Much to consider. Maybe I will just edit this whole fucking segment out. Okay. This has been a long ass episode. Let me move to my last and final topic here. Internet culture. Okay. Now, I'm someone who grew up in, you know, I was born in India, or no, I was born to Indian people, but I grew up in Saudi Arabia, but I consume primarily English media. So I kind of grew up in like three different cultures there. I had the Indian culture, I had the Arabian/Islamic culture, and I had this English culture that I was growing up in. And, until very recently, I considered myself kind of lost. I didn't really attach myself to one culture or one identity. And I was like, you know what, man, it's me, I'm chilling. That's just life. That's just how it is. But then recently, when I was at Comic Con, during the cosplay competition, one guy came up and he was dressed up as a guy from like Hindu mythology. And he got a pretty big cheer from the audience. And then later on, another contestant came up. She was dressed up as, and I quote, Harley Quinn committing tax evasion. And she got a very small cheer from the audience. It was heartbreaking to witness, but she got a very small cheer from the audience. And at that moment, it like clicked to me, because I was one of the people that cheered. I got the joke. And at that moment, it like clicked to me. I grew up in an internet culture. When I was younger, I used to keep up with fuck, what am I trying to say, bro? Okay. I was disconnected. I guess like I wasn't fully involved in any of the cultures that I was trying to be reined in, right? I didn't fully connect with the Indian culture. I didn't fully connect with the Arabian culture. Um, but I was locked in on primarily YouTube culture. Talking about the Jake Pauls, the Leafy in here. My Leafy in here era was very sad. I don't like to think about it. But I was locked in on YouTube culture, and like also Vine. Vine was pretty big when I was younger. Twitter, Reddit. Unfortunately, Reddit is also included. But yeah, I was locked in on like the social medias and shit. So that's when I kind of realized I grew up in an internet culture, and so did a bunch of other people. Like right now with Gen Z, I think I'm a bit of a like middle of the pack Gen Z, because like millennials stopped in the late 90s, maybe like 98. Fucking generational labels don't mean anything, but that's around the time millennials were stopped being born, and then Gen Alphas were born in like the early 2010s. So I'm like kind of middle of the pack of early Gen Z, I was born in 2004. So for my age range specifically, I'm talking older Gen Z. We tend to lean more toward an offline culture. Not me, like and a group as a whole. We tend to go for a more offline culture. But I think when Gen Alpha grows up and like they have kids of their own, I think we're gonna see a hard shift into a completely online culture, right? It's already kind of started a little bit because I live in India and I saw Halloween decorations during Halloween. I saw Halloween decorations. It was in like a posh area, where people who lived in the US and they came to India, they would have been in that area. So like it kind of makes sense there. But like also, I'm seeing Black Friday sales. I'm getting advertised Black Friday sales, which that's not something that used to happen in India. Like now with the internet, people are learning. Okay, Black Friday is a thing in the US and maybe in Canada as well. I'm not sure, but they're like, okay, Black Friday is a thing. We should probably get on that. We should probably start doing Black Fridays. So it's already started a little bit, but I think eventually every culture is going to sort of homogenize a little bit because of the internet. And in like 2050, 2060 maybe, there'll be one world culture that started because of the internet. So like an evolution of the internet culture. You know? A little something to think about there. Okay, well, I think it's about time I wrap it up because I do need to uh, pay a visit to the porcelain throne. I haven't done that yet. I woke up and I started recording this podcast. So yeah, this has been episode 8 of the Not Tuah podcast. Again, that's the Not Tuah podcast. No affiliation with Haley Welch or the Talk Tuah podcast. I've been your host, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye, everybody.